What up? This is Robert Horry.
Horry, three-pointer. Buries it.
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Horry for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Horry from downtown.
All right. Show number 2 this week. Welcome to the Shoot Around. If you missed Tuesday's show, please go listen to B-Dog and Rob fight over the shot clock game, which we knew would happen. And so many people chiming in on that. Lots of stuff we didn't get to on the Tuesday show we're going to get to today. If you ever have a question you want to incorporate in the Shoot Around or during the big show, you can reach us 100 different ways. I mean, are we on Threads? I think we're on Threads now.
We are on Threads. Go follow us on Threads. Same name. Yep. All of it. Same logo, all of it.
Big Shot Bob Pod. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're on Threads. We're on YouTube.
What's left of Twitter?
Well, yeah, the husk of Twitter.
But it's funny about Threads. People always want to make something out of nothing. When people start talking about their logo, I'm like, seriously? Hey, people just can't leave well enough alone.
Oh, Elon wants to sue Threads. That's the news story. Elon's like, I'm going to sue you. I'm like, why? They're doing what you bought, but better than what you're doing. So just let them be. If you would have kept Twitter the way it was, everything probably would have been fine. You just left well enough alone, but you wanted to take the damn thing apart. All right, well, I mentioned our Facebook group. We do have a Facebook group. Marcelo, old friend, has reached out on our Facebook group. Here is his question for Robert Horry. And I don't know if you can answer this or not, because this is kind of a tricky one. What would you have done differently on or off the court in this era that you couldn't do in your era? For instance, players have businesses or multiple outside the NBA interests way more now than they used to be back in the day. So is there anything that you look at now, you're like, damn, I wish I could have done that?
Social media.
Really?
I think if I would have had social media, you think about it. With my name, Horry, one of the things I want to do is be with Oreo cookie. I want to do a commercial for Oreo cookie.
We need to make this happen. Still,
if I would have pushed that, with social media, winning 7 titles, and using this to, build your brand, sort of say, I'd have did that. I'd have did that more. And plus, I would have been more willing to do more stuff, because when my season was over, because my family at the time didn't live with me, they stayed in Houston. So when the season was over, I was just deep dive into them. I blocked out everything because, I turned down a lot of stuff because I was just too into my family, trying to make sure, I get that time I did spend with my kids, get it back, try to recoup that time. So That's the only thing I would have changed.
I like the Oreo cookie connection, though.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we should definitely try to make that happen somehow. I used
to tell people, I used to make up a little lie, but I said, they stole that from my family, right? And they're like, what? I said, yeah, Oreo cookie was, and people start,
just flat out lying to folks about,
I'm like, where do you think they get the name Horry from?
Yeah.
Oreo. They changed it up.
Oreo, black. I mean,
Look at you.
Smushing white guys in the middle. You see, it's a whole thing.
No.
I don't know. I'm just. Now we've gone down a bad road.
That took a really weird.
Now we've got a really
turn.
and that's me. That's how I do. All right. Question from Chad on Twitter. Sam Darnold, who is now a quarterback for the 49ers, was on Pardon My Take this week and said he was living in somebody's boathouse and he had to leave because he had a paranormal encounter. This was before he started his professional career. He swears that this boathouse he was staying in was haunted. And he doesn't necessarily believe in it. He's kind of a skeptic, but he said, too much unexplained stuff has happened. So, have you had a paranormal encounter? Do you believe in ghosts, is the question.
I believe in ghosts. I believe in spirits. I believe, for us who have lost loved ones, they watch over us, because how many times have you been driving and all of a sudden you blink, you're like, how the fuck did I get here?
Oh, I've done that many times.
Yeah. So I think we have, spirits of loved ones that watch over. Have ever encountered? Who knows? I don't think so. But I think those moments when I do that, when I drive, I don't do it anymore, but I used to. But I think they are the spirits that are watching over us.
Okay. B, do you believe in ghosts? Have you ever had a paranormal encounter?
Oh, I believe in spirits.
Okay.
I believe in, I believe in angels and demons and things of that nature. Where there's good, there's evil. Have I ever had an encounter? I can't say that I've ever had an encounter, but I do believe that, we're spiritual beings having natural encounters. I believe your soul goes one of two places when you die. So I'll just I'll leave it at that. But yes, I do believe in spirits.
Okay. So let me give you one that kind of freaked me out. And this didn't happen to me. This happened to my cousin Joe, who is as much of a hardcore skeptic on like hauntings and paranormal and stuff as you can get. He doesn't believe in it. He thinks it's bogus. But when he was a kid, they lived in a house in Maryland. It was like an old farmhouse. And his parents used to come into his room when he was like 3 years old, and he'd be laughing hysterically. And they would go, what is going on? What are you doing? And he'd say, I'm playing with White Man. And they're like, White Man? He used to see a silhouette of like a white ghost that he used to call White Man because he didn't know what it was, that would float in and out of his room. And the parents said, we never saw it until one night they came home and he had been babysat and the babysitter was there. And the babysitter was like, take him, I'm gone. And they're like, what happened? And they're like, go up to his room. They went up to Joe's room and like 4 of the pictures had been taken down off the wall and put face down on the floor. And he was 3. So they're like, he can't even reach these things. And it bugged them out hard, like to the point where they were like, all right, this is getting like kind of uncomfortable at one point. Well, they had to move out of the house because Joe, when he was about 3 or 4 years old, decided, White Man told me I can fly down the steps, and he tried to jump off the top of the steps. Thank God his mother was there and grabbed him and caught him, but he told him, White Man told him he could fly. They ended up moving out of the house the next year because they're like, this is getting way... And they don't believe in that stuff. So that always threw me as like, okay, maybe there's something going on that we don't
Did they get
really
full
know.
price for that house?
I doubt it. Your kids will jump off the stairs. It's a playground.
Hey, if this is your house, do you tell people this story?
Hell
or do you
no.
keep it a secret?
No. That your 3-year-old child is being haunted by some ghost? No, I'm good. Thanks. I leave that off the little one sheet that you leave out front. Paranormal free. All right, so that's the question about ghosts. This one comes from Eddie on our Facebook. I heard Rob mention he's traveling a lot this summer. We actually talked about that in the Tuesday show. A lot of travel going on. I've never been overseas, but I'm planning to go to Europe next summer. Where should I go? I need Rob's recommendations on places to visit. So now we're getting travel recommendations.
Dude, I don't know.
Robert Horry.
Hey,
You well-traveled, dog. Come on, you can get him
way
some.
more than most of
I'm
us.
well traveled, but here's the thing about me. I only travel on the NBA's dime.
That's not the point, though.
Yeah, but still, you've been a lot of places most of us haven't.
So what do you got to do? Call the NBA and ask them to pay for it?
Do you guys have a guest booking service, NBA?
Robert Horry referred me to you.
You know what? Out of every place I've been, I really enjoy Madrid.
There it is.
Madrid, okay.
Spain.
In Argentina, Spain, and Brazil are my top 3.
This is somebody who said they weren't well-traveled. Remember that?
No, he just lets the NBA pay for it, is what he said. Yeah.
I think, because a lot of times, like when you go places, you want to experience like 4 or 5 days or something. Most of the time, I only can get in 2. Mm-hmm. I really enjoy Madrid because if you get a chance to go to, I know people are gonna get mad when I say this, to a bullfight. Make sure you go. It's an experience. You should see it. And
isn't it kind of graphic?
Yeah.
Like they stab the bull?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and like I know that there's like a lot of like there's some PETA stuff about all that, and I'm not trying to get into any of that stuff, but
that's why
I do know it's a little bit.
It's
kind of graphic though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever done Italy?
Or if you don't want to go do that, go to a soccer game.
Soccer game.
Yeah,
aren't they kind of violent? Aren't they a little brutal, though, I've heard? Don't they stab the players when they give up goals? Does that happen?
If they lose, they might.
Have you ever done Italy?
I haven't done Italy yet.
Okay. That's one place I'm dying to go at some point.
I am lying. I have done Italy, but I did a basketball camp with Mike Fratello, and we were on... I didn't get to see Italy. We did the camp, and then I left. I didn't have time to really
I want to do Greece. Santorini, places like I would love
see
to
the Acropolis and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
I love to go to Greece.
The poor Acropolis. It is not what it looks like on TV. It's people. And
it's just rubble basically now, isn't it?
Because people go and they touch it, and the oils on our skin will make the building is. They got replacement parts in it, and it's like you see the original part, and there's this big white block above it, and and they don't have any of the artwork or the history. Their museum right next to it, it all says replica because it's all loaned out to different parts of the world.
Well, because Greece ain't got no money, right? Isn't Greece? There was a while Greece was going to go bankrupt, I think.
Yeah, so
like
they
the
loan
country.
their art out. You think about all the history that comes out of that country,
Right.
and they have nothing really to show it for.
Sad.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a like a conspiracy theory too. Is that if you go to the Louvre in France, in Paris, that half that stuff isn't real. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I believe that. And I'm like, no, no. They're like, the Mona Lisa's not the real Mona Lisa. I'm like,
It's stuck somewhere in someone's house.
yeah, like some German prince has it somewhere in his basement, some billionaire. The most exciting player is my next topic because we were in the midst of All-Star break here for Major League Baseball. But right before the All-Star break, Elly de la Cruz from the Cincinnati Reds, I think it was the Saturday before the All-Star break, stole
Every base.
second, stole third,
Yep.
and then on the next pitch did a straight steal a home. 3 pitches, 3 stolen bases. And I haven't seen a guy straight steal home since damn Benny the Jet Rodriguez did it in the Sandlot. I was like, I couldn't even tell you the last time I watched a guy steal a home base like that. And straight steal a home.
Yeah.
And it is like watching that kid. And I'm not a Reds fan. I got no rooting interest in the Reds. I work for the Braves.
Right.
That kid is electric.
But he is electric, though.
He is electric. So my question is, what's the last player you watched and you were just like, damn, like that is an electric player. He's incredible. And it doesn't have to be a superstar even, but someone you watched, you were just like, damn.
I think when we talked about Vince Young before and what he was able to do. I think, when you get onto a professional level and you watch Lamar Jackson, he's just...
That's a good one.
The things he's able to do when he's healthy is just crazy.
Yeah.
But that's, it's so many players, though. You think about it. Basketball, baseball, football, even tennis, man. There's so many guys. Like, what did B call him last week? Jokic. What did he call him?
Yeah. Djokovic. Yeah.
Djokovic.
Yeah.
There's so many guys. Even Serena. I love that. She was electrifying.
She's just Serena to me. The word that comes to mind for her is dominant. She never looked like, even matches she lost, she still looked dominant.
Yeah.
She was just imposing. She was crazy.
I think
when you say GOAT, though, you can just really just put that on her name.
God.
She is, Hey, that one is, people can debate if they want to. This one's probably really no debate at all.
Yeah. I think we're fortunate enough in the city of Atlanta over the years. Obviously, we don't have much of a winning history when it comes to our sports, but we have a history of having electric players. Just 100 steps across the street from us, we would get to witness one almost all the time in Ronald Acuna Jr.
Yeah.
We got to witness Michael Vick.
I was going to say Michael Vick is up there.
We got to witness Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
In football
sports.
and baseball. Mm-hmm. And one personally to me, Reggie Bush.
Reggie Bush is a good one.
Reggie Bush was electrifying every time he touched the football, whether it was in the backfield or punt returns. It was electrifying.
And you know who one I've got that might not necessarily be that popular just because of all the controversy that surrounded him, but Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
At the height of Colin Kaepernick's game, you didn't know what the hell he was going to do when you gave him the football, man. He would, just when you thought it was like the dude would go out and throw for 4 or 5 touchdowns, you're like, all right, they're going to swarm him. And then he goes out and he runs for like 300 yards in a game or something. He was one of those players, much like Mike Vick, you just never knew how he was going to get you, but he was going to get you.
Yeah. We forget about Barry Sanders.
Oh, Barry Sanders.
Jeez. Yeah.
Dude, and if you haven't watched, if you're too young to know Barry Sanders, go hit YouTube and watch some old Barry Sanders highlights.
I
still just shake
Bo?
my head.
Bo Jackson.
Bo when he first got to the Raiders. Ooh.
Who didn't have the Bo Jackson poster of him in the shoulder pads with the bat over his shoulders? That was like iconic.
I didn't, because
you
he
didn't
went to
have
Auburn.
Oh,
Hell no, he went
that's
to
right.
Auburn.
Alabama guys not gonna have an Auburn players poster. Okay, I got you. All right.
The most, I think most people would agree. I think the two most electrifying or the greatest athletes of all time may be Bo Jackson and Deion Sanders.
Well, 2 sport athletes, I'm marveled by that.
Right.
Just to be good enough to play one sport, as you know, Rob, is almost impossible. To get the opportunity to do it To do two at the same time is nuts.
But y'all forgetting about the greatest athlete of all time, though, Dave Winfield.
Oh,
Dave
yeah.
Winfield.
People forget that he could have went pro in every sport. He could have went in basketball, baseball, and football. I won't say every sport. Those the top 3 sports.
Yeah.
Because he was, think about that. He lettered and he was just amazing. And Dave, a big dude too, man.
Dave's a real big dude.
When I say big, I mean like yoked up and tall and all. You think about football, basketball, and baseball.
Yeah.
He chose baseball.
And they said Wilt was a hell of an athlete too.
Yeah.
Chamberlain?
Yeah, basketball and track.
Oh, yeah, that's right, track. I forgot he ran track.
Yeah.
How about this one? LaMarcus Aldridge just got this massive back tattoo of the Joker. When I say massive, he's got this tattoo that goes shoulder to shoulder, neck to rear end. That is just all this stuff. The Joker's in there, but there was like what the hell is? And there's a lion in there to represent his relationship with one of his kids. There's the skyline of Dallas, which is his hometown. And then on top of that, Dennis Rodman this week got a face tattoo of his girlfriend. And when I say
girlfriend,
I mean the whole damn side of that man's face with the face tattoo. So
some of these dudes lucky they play basketball.
Oh my God! Between the Joker and the face tattoo of the girlfriend, if you had to have a person tattooed on your body, who would you have tattooed on your body?
This is an easy one for me. It'll be my daughter.
Your daughter,
who
sure,
passed
yeah,
away.
okay, that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. But if I had to get someone outside of, family, yeah. I think for me, I really like the one of Malcolm X. That I think for me, when he's doing this, with his finger on the side, I think that would be one that if I had to choose something outside of family.
Okay. Harp, don't. Hold up. Now let's backtrack here. Rob, do you have any tattoos?
I have one tattoo.
Okay.
It's on my back, on my shoulder over here.
Okay. Harp, do you have any tattoos?
No, I don't have any tattoos.
You don't have any tattoos?
No, I don't think I would even get a tattoo. This is me personally.
Mm-hmm.
Only way I thought about, like, your parents passing or something like that, you may get a name or something. It's definitely not going to be a full-fledged face on my body.
Okay.
No, I ain't doing all that. I can't. I'm not doing all that. But maybe a name or something, but I don't have it. And I'm definitely not getting anybody I don't know. Like, hey, that man walking around with a big old Kobe tattoo on his back. Like, I love Kobe too.
I see more Kobe tattoos than anything.
There's a lot of Kobe tattoos.
Yeah. Love him to death, but I'm not getting a Kobe tat. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay. I would get Stan Lee with like the glasses and stuff, maybe on my ankle or something, just because that man scripted my entire childhood.
Wait a minute.
My whole childhood.
Wait a minute. That's fine, but why on your ankle?
I don't know, because where else am I put Stan Lee on my ass? What else am I gonna do?
No, you can do it on your calf muscle.
Yeah, all right. Yeah,
that ankle gonna hurt.
I'm just trying to think small. All my other tattoos are on my ankle, so I'm like, I keep it in the group. You know what I mean?
Oh,
you got ankle tattoo?
Yeah, I got 2 of them. I got one that's Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes, because that was my entire childhood. And then the other one is Superman, Kingdom Come Superman.
Really?
The red and black. Yeah.
I never would have guessed that.
Yep.
I'd have never guessed that either.
Yeah.
Interesting.
2 of them. All right. Scooby Doo. This is a great story. We were talking about the MLB All-Star break. Phillies outfielder Nick Castellanos made a compelling argument during an interview this week. How this came up, I do not know. That Scooby Doo is actually a superhero. Here's why. This is according to Nick Castellanos from the Phillies. First of all, he's a dog who can talk. So I think that a dog who can talk and can help people by solving mysteries makes Scooby Doo an actual superhero. That's a pretty compelling argument for Scooby Doo being a superhero, but it poses the question, who's your favorite cartoon character of all time?
Oh, Lord.
Tough question, maybe. But Scooby-Doo might be up there for me. Scooby-Doo's a good one.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo ain't no
cartoon character.
Growing up, I loved Speed Racer. I had all Speed Racer stuff in my I had bedspread sheets with Speed Racer.
Oh, you were that into Speed Racer?
Yeah, but end of the day, I still love Space Ghost.
Space Ghost. Space Ghost.
I love Space Ghost.
I'm gonna go a little more adult and say Homer Simpson. Homer Simpson still to this day remains my all-time favorite cartoon character, no matter what. Just because It's brilliant. I mean, everything about The Simpsons, I grew up on the first, 10, 15 seasons of The Simpsons. I just love
even when
them.
they're terrible, terrible drawings.
Oh, God.
When the Tracy Ullman show.
Just when the show transitioned, I think in its second or third season, away from Bart and started to make Homer more the focus of the show, brilliant. It's just absolutely brilliant still to this day. So Homer Simpson's probably mine. B?
Well, first off, like I said, Scooby Doo ain't no superhero.
No, I think he's got a valid point. I think he's got a point.
Why? Because he can
he's a
barely
crime
talk.
fighter.
He's a talking dog.
Barely.
Does that enough?
We
Doesn't get you
barely
there?
understand what Scooby Doo is saying.
But you can still understand him.
If anybody's the superhero, it's Scrappy.
No, Scrappy Doo
Scrappy Doo.
sucks, man.
But
Nobody
we
likes
can, at least
Don't
understand what he's
Scrappy
saying.
Doo sucks. What a pain in the ass.
That's
he
fine.
was.
But if we're gonna
He
use
didn't help nobody. He was just annoying.
fine, but if we're gonna
Rob
use
hates
this
Scrappy
guy's
Doo.
criteria,
Oh, God, I
if-
hate Scrappy Doo.
If we're gonna use his criteria, at least we can understand what Scrappy is saying. We can barely understand what Scooby is saying.
Scrappy caused more problems than he actually fixed.
He very well may.
Scooby-Doo fixed things. He solved mysteries. He ate sandwiches. God damn it, that's a superhero.
No, Clifford is Clifford the red dog
Clifford
is a
the
superhero.
big red dog is a mutant.
Hey, wait a minute.
He
Wait
is
a
a
minute.
big red mutant.
Most superheroes are mutants because they have something abnormal.
So make him an X-Man then, I guess. I don't know.
But I don't really have a favorite superhero, but I do like Dragon Ball Z, like
Oh,
Goku, and those
I'm
guys Trunks.
currently rewatching all the old Dragon Ball Zs because I'm a loser.
I never
Those
got
are
into
superheroes.
I never got into Dragon Ball Z.
I used to draw them a lot.
It's 80s 90s animation and it's very anime, but
My boys love Dragon Ball Z.
I used to love it.
Cameron has a tattoo of the whole fucking crew from here to
oh,
here.
for real.
Yes. he
So
got
we're talking about
everybody on his arm.
tattoos. He got
Yeah.
the whole Dragon Ball Z crew.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you got a sleeve.
Yeah.
Wow.
He got
pretty good.
and it's funny. One of his legs is like Suns, Spurs, Rockets, Lakers, everything. He even got the ugly ass Rocket with the teeth tattoo on his leg. I'm like, come on, Cameron, you could have left that one out.
He could have skipped.
Oh, you could have
Passed on
go
this.
there. Put on the good one I played, and not that ugly shit right there.
All right. Yeah, dump on the Rockets. That's cool.
No, I'm not dumping a rock. I'm talking about the ugly ass rocket they used to use with the teeth, the blue rocket with the teeth.
That is funny.
This came up on Tuesday's edition of Shot Clock about the top-selling NBA jerseys. Someone sent this over to our Twitter. I forget who it was, but they said if you had to sport a jersey of a current player in the NBA, whose jersey would you wear? Current NBA player. They say you got to wear one. You got to rep one. Who you repping?
I know I mentioned AD last week, so I'm not going to say AD.
Oh, go ahead. You were
You
defending
can
it.
say AD if you want.
I would go with Mikal Bridges. That's the one I would rock.
Whoa. Mikal.
Which one is the one in Brooklyn?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Mikal
I don't know why I
Bridges.
was thinking about somebody else.
You talking about
You were
one
thinking
from
Dylan
Charlotte.
Brooks for a second?
No, he talking about the
I'm
one
thinking about Charlotte. I'm like,
He told me the one from Charlotte.
it's a
got
little
in
too
trouble.
soon for that one.
Yeah. No, not him.
Okay. Whew.
And I guess I bet I could put $100 and you would have never guessed that in 10 games.
No, not in a million
Why?
years.
But why him?
Because I just like the way he plays. He plays hard, both ends of the floor, and he just when you see him, he just has a smile on his face, has an excitement for that. I just like guys like that who just go out and just play the game for the fun of it, just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
It's almost like one of two. I'm gonna make this disclaimer. I'm taking the Lakers out of it because they're the Lakers.
That's
and
your
they're-
team.
Yeah, I'm taking that out. So I got to leave LeBron and them out. Two of these.
Derek Harper.
You said what?
Derek Harper, Ron Harper jersey.
No, that would have been dope to have a Ron Harper jersey. But two of these guys are going to be very controversial because I hate both of these teams, but I really like both of these players. Jason Tatum.
That's not controversial.
No, he's a Celtic. I hate Celtics.
I know, but still, he's a hell of a player.
Hell of a play. But then this other one is going to be weird because we had already talked about him. Paul George.
Okay.
I hate the Clippers, but like I said, I like Paul George's game.
Yeah,
I really do.
You gave him a lot of praise.
I like
You
Paul
did.
George. I can see he's not the greatest of all time, kids. Y'all only watch a limited amount of basketball, but I can see why they love him.
Yeah,
I can see why.
DeMar DeRozan would be probably my second choice too.
DD.
DeMar.
Yeah.
See, if you would have asked me before this season, I probably would have said John Morant. This last year has really sold me on John Morant, though. But man, he was just when Memphis was rolling there for a minute and Ja was being Ja. That was fun to watch. I'd probably say Klay Thompson. I've always liked watching Klay Thompson play.
Me too.
Shooters.
When he was healthy, obviously, then he was hurt for so long. But just like he has fun playing the game of basketball, and he's passionate. He's a hell of a player. So I'd probably say Klay.
Klay don't be caring.
No, but I like that though. See, for me, it's not even just about how they play. It's like, do you have fun? Because my big thing is I always try to lead with fun. Like, make me smile, make me laugh. Let's have some entertainment in here. Why has it got to be drama and fighting and pushing people? Dylan Brooks.
Most people are like, oh, he's gonna get a Derek White jersey.
Why?
White jersey.
Good Lord.
You trying to say because he white? That's what you trying to say?
That's all. Yeah. No, look.
That what you trying to say?
When it's all over, that's all it really boils down to, man. We opened with the bad Oreo joke. We're closing with the bad white joke. Okay, I got it.